Hello, motivators. How are you? I hope you are in good condition and sparks joy regardless of the situation. And even if you are not okay, it is still okay. We can still enjoy the moment. And thank you for being here with us, Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters. We are an English public speaking club based from Toastmasters International, an international non-profit organization that teaches public speaking and leadership. In this community, we will have fun, learn, and grow together to leverage each other's potentials. And we have regular meeting like this. In our typical meeting, we will have 3 main sessions. The first one is prepared speaker session, where registered members can deliver their speeches based on their pathways, our international registered curriculum, which shapes our public speaking skills for specific purposes, because we believe that general public speaking skills are not enough. What kind of public speaker that we want to be? Do we want to be a general leader in our company? Do we want to be a project manager, a presenter, a stand-up comedian, a trainer or coach, or anything else? We have pathways to accommodate it. Our curriculum from Toastmasters International, and that is the privilege of members to shape their skills in the prepared speech session. The next session is table topic session, where any one of us can deliver impromptu speech based on the topic on the spot. Either you are the first timer, you are a guest, you are a member of any club, you can try it and enjoy the spontaneous speech. The third session is evaluation session, because we believe that there is always room for improvement for each of us. Regardless of our skill levels, we can improve and get better every day. And the prepared speakers from the first session will be evaluated by individual evaluators. Also, the whole meeting in general will be evaluated by the set of role takers. Before we continue to the session, let me check, is there Toastmaster Sartika here? I think she's not here yet, so we can install her later in the end of this meeting, but it's okay. Now, this meeting is conducted by our Toastmaster of the meeting. In general term, we call it MC, but in our Toastmasters term, we call it Toastmaster of the meeting. Today, our Toastmaster of the meeting will be Toastmaster Dentia. So, Toastmaster Dentia, the time is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hans, and happy morning, everyone, or happy morning, motivators. So my name is Dentia. I'm from STBD Toastmasters Club, and it is well, an honor for me to be here and to be your Toastmaster of the meeting tonight. So, as I mentioned earlier, welcome to Jakarta Toastmasters Club. Oops, I think I need to remove my background. Okay. And today's theme is youth empowerment, right? Because we will, we will celebrate Hari Kesaktian Pancasila next week. So we are ahead of time, and that's why we have this theme today. And to complement the theme, we also have our word of the day, which is empower, right? So what is empower? Empower is a verb. It's an action verb, action word. And the meaning is to give someone the authority or power to do something. So Jakarta Motivators Club empower me to be the tone of the meeting tonight. I think that's one of the examples that I can give. And we have in many Toastmaster meetings, usually there will be 3 sessions. The first session will be the prepared speech session. The second one, like Toastmaster Hans earlier said, we will have table topic session, which is open for everyone, guests, visiting Toastmaster, and everyone in this room can participate in this session. And the third one is, of course, the most important session, because all the prepared speech session, including the whole meeting, will be evaluated by the role takers. Right, so this is a complex meeting, and we will have to be here for almost 2 hours. And for that, of course, I won't do this alone. I will, of course, be accompanied with the important team. And they are the general evaluation team, right? So to introduce the team, I would like to call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Melisa, to introduce the team and your role. Toastmaster Melisa, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Dentia, as our Toastmaster of the meeting. Sorry. Good evening, everyone. My name is Toastmaster Melisa, and I am the General Evaluator for our meeting tonight. And just like Toastmaster Dentia had said, I will not be alone in being the role taker for our tonight's meeting. I will be also helped by a set of amazing people that will help evaluating the whole meeting in progress. And let me call and introduce them one by one. So let's start with our grammarian, Toastmaster Redika. Toastmaster Redika, would you please introduce to us your role, please?
Okay, thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Melisa. Hi everyone, I'm a grammarian today, and as a grammarian, I will list some grammatical inaccuracy, and as well, I will make a note of some beautiful words that you guys say throughout the meeting. I would as well encourage all the participants to say the word of the day today, empower, as many as you can in between your speech and say it out loud. So that's my role today. Back to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Melisa.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Redika, as our grammarian, as the introductory of your role tonight. So let's move on with our next role taker, which will be our timer, Toastmaster Aan. Toastmaster Aan, please introduce the role to us.
Okay, I'm Aan, and in this session, I will be your timer. I will time the table, topic speaker, formal speech, and the evaluation. I will also alert the speaker of the time they have left using the green, like this, yellow, and the red card, with dinner specific time remaining. Table topic speaker so limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will write the green background. It is the minimum of this of the table topic speaker. And at 1 minute 30 seconds, I will write the yellow background. It is time that it will be end. At 2 minutes, I will write the red background. So if I'm writing this, it is the end of the time for the table topic. So if you are keep speech, then it will be unqualified. For the preferred speaker will be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will write the green background. At 6 minutes, I will write the yellow background. And at 7 minutes, I will write the red background. Now, in this section, we are any icebreaker speech. So for the icebreaker speech, it will be 4 to 6 minutes in length. When 4 minutes, I will write the green background, and 5 minutes, I will write the yellow background, and 6 minutes, I will write the red background. For the individual evaluation, it is will be between 2 and 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will write the green background. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will write the yellow card. And 3 minutes, I will write the red card. Thank you. It is all for me.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Aan, for your role introduction and also the brief summary about the speaker's time limit. And now let's move on to our next role taker. It will be our Ah and WOD counter, Toastmaster Sanjung. Toastmaster Sanjung, introduce your role to us, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melisa. Good evening, my fellow Toastmaster and soon-to-be Toastmaster. Take part as General Evaluator team. I tackle as counter. My role is to write down every filler words that come up from every speaker. I think it's normally for everyone while practicing speech unintentionally while speak the filler words. So this is not to discourage everyone, just for evaluation for us for better performance. Additionally, I also to write down the word of the day that every speaker speech in their speech, and the word of the day is empower. So say the empower as much as in your speech. That's all the explanation of my role. I give control back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjung, as our Ah and WOD counter for tonight's meeting. So everyone, please remember to use our WOD, word of the day, empower as much as possible, as much as you can. Okay, so now let's move to our next role taker. It's the ballot counter, and I will call Toastmaster Nanda. Toastmaster Nanda, please introduce your role to us.
Okay, thank you, Madam GE. So, hi everyone. I'm Nanda, and tonight I will be a ballot counter. My role is to count the votes for each speaker for every session, prepare speech, table topic, and also evaluator. Please vote your best speakers. And in the end of the evaluation session, I will report the voting on the awarding session. So don't skip your roles to vote your best speaker. Back to GE. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Nanda, as our ballot counter tonight. So I think the only role left to be introduced is me, the General Evaluator. So the purpose of the General Evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happened and doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. At the end of the meeting, I will give my report. I think that's all from the General Evaluator team. I will give the control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dentia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melisa and the team. And to all the speakers and participants later on, please do not be afraid to make a mistake or do not be afraid to deliver your speech, because at the end of the session, we will have all this evaluation delivered to you. The reports will then enhance you to be a better speaker in the future. So thank you for the team and wish you all the best for the speakers tonight. Before we move on to our first session, I would like to maybe ask some opinion about today's theme or about the empowerment itself, right? How does it feel to be empowered, for example? Let's hear it from, let's hear it from Toastmaster. I can't see the name. Toastmaster Aan?
Yes.
Have you ever been in a situation where someone empower you to do something, and how does it feel?
Empower. I met many people, then it is empower me, and I think what I'm today, it is because of them. So it is sorry, I lost me. Thank you.
That's all? Okay, thank you. Yes.
Sorry.
Because of that empowerment, you feel like more enthusiastic towards your job, perhaps, that you can be someone that you are right now, right? Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Okay, we'll ask someone else to share later on. And for now, let's move on to the first session. We have already two prepared speakers ready to deliver their projects. And our first speaker for tonight is Toastmaster Indah. Toastmaster Indah will deliver her icebreaker project. And what is the objectives of this project? We will hear it from her evaluator, which is distinguished Toastmaster Harlina from Jakarta Bahasa Toastmaster. The team Harlina, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dentia. So the purpose of my role is to evaluate the very first speech that Toastmaster Indah is going to deliver in her Toastmasters career. And the purpose of this speech is actually to introduce herself. So I hope that after this speech, I will know Toastmaster Indah much better. Time given is 4 to 6 minutes. And the title is All the Women I Have Loved Before. Please welcome Toastmaster Indah.
Welcome. Thank you so much, Toastmaster DTM Harlina and Toastmaster of the meeting. Should I just start it?
Floor is yours.
Okay. Greetings, Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and honorable guests. Tonight, I would like to use a special virtual background before I start it. Can you read this background? Let me just move aside just a bit. There is a special place in hell for women who do not help other women. So I see there's a lot of women here. So this quote is said by Madeleine Albright, the former US State Secretary. But tonight I want to tell about my story, which is the opposite of that quote. I think that there is a special place in heaven for women who support and empower other women. So I want to say about all the women that I have loved before. Number one, my mother. My mother is a special lady, and she gave birth to me when she was working in Surabaya way back when in 1984. We moved a lot when I was a child. We moved to Palembang, Jakarta, Kalimantan, and all over the place basically. But I grew up mostly actually in Jakarta. So I spent my school years from elementary school to high school in Jakarta. So I bet all of you wondered, what am I doing here today? Why am I joining Toastmaster this late on in life? Because I see there's so many young faces in the crowds today. Because I wanna achieve something that's been a curse in myself, so to speak. Because when I was still in the kindergarten, I was very shy, and even my kindergarten teacher thought that I was mute, or I cannot speak even a small simple word as yes or no, or can you please help me to go to the bathroom. So there was this incident where my mom got called to the school because I wet my pants, just because I was too shy to ask the teacher to help me to go to the bathroom. And then the teacher asked my mom, was your daughter okay? Can she speak at home? And my mom said, oh yeah, she's very talkative actually. Oh really? But because at school she never said even a single word. So after that, my mom arranged for me to get many lessons and many after school tuition, so that to boost my confidence. Okay, so that's my mom to me. She's the woman that empowered me since the very beginning. Fast forward to my teenage year, it was everything was okay, everything was great. I went to school like normal people as per usual. But then suddenly, when I was still in my second year in high school, my mom got diagnosed for cancer. And then she went all this chemo and treatment and everything. I was still very clueless at that time, and I need to take care of two of my younger siblings during that period of her going back and forth to the hospital. And eventually my mom succumbed to her cancer just 3 days prior to my Eptanas days. So it was very, very difficult for me to even go through to the exam. But luckily, somehow I managed to pull through, and I finished the exam even with a small margin of passing grade. So, but that, thank God that I still passed anyway. So moving on to my college year, I eventually went to medical school in Surabaya, and that is because of my special aunt. She is my mom younger sister, and she asked me whether I want to come with her and live with her in Surabaya and attend school there. Oh, so she basically put me and my sister under her wing, because my dad was quite a wreck at that time as well, because he had lost the love of his life. Okay, so my aunt really have an important role in our lives, in our family's life. So she is also one of the women that I have loved before, and still is actually. And then moving forward, I had to leave her anyway because I need to pursue my career here in Jakarta. So now I work as a doctor in a hospital in Karawaci as a cardiologist, and I will not have become the person that I am today without all those women who have loved me before and who I have loved before and ever since then. And I'm not Madeleine Albright. I choose to see the glass half full, actually. So I do not curse, and I do not tell women that if they don't support me, they should go to hell. No, but I rather see that and appreciate the women that empower me, the women that supported me, and I pray for them and I tell them that there's a special place for them in heaven. So I'm curious to see whether everyone here has special women in their life that they want to thank. You can tell to us and everyone in the chat room. Thank you so much. Back to you, DTM Harlina and Toastmaster of the meeting. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Indah. I would like to ask everyone to unmute themselves and give your appreciation, or maybe send some emoticons to Toastmaster Indah. Well, oof, it's I can only imagine what you've gone through, but I really appreciate that you're sharing your story with us, and yet you're still calm when you're delivering your story. It is indeed a heartwarming story. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Toastmaster Indah.
Thank you for the opportunity, Toastmaster Dentia. Thank you so much.
Congratulations for breaking the ice. Yay. All right, before we move on, I would like to ask also for the participants to switch on your cam if possible. Yeah, so we can see your reaction, your happy face, your, your smile. And yeah, it will be much appreciated for those who are speaking as well later on. So let's move forward then. The next one is also a new Toastmaster member, right? Because she is going to deliver her icebreaker project. And to hear what is the purpose about, let's hear it from the evaluator, Toastmaster Melanie from SCBD Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Melanie, the screen is yours.
Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and your guest. One has to start somewhere. And a new member has just landed the kingdom of Jakarta Motivators. Today, she will officially start her public speaking journey in Toastmasters through her icebreaker speech. And the purpose of this project is for her to introduce herself to us and learn the basic structure of a public speech. This will be 4 to 6 minutes long. So Toastmaster Sartika, are you ready? Yeah, I can see your camera there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without further ado, let us all welcome Toastmaster Sartika. This is my journey. This is my journey, Toastmaster Sartika.
Okay, thank you very much. Can I actually share my screen? Is it allowed?
Yes, now you can.
Okay. My screen, is it visible now? Just checking.
Yes.
Okay. So good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for these opportunities, dear fellow Toastmasters. So I am Sartika, and I will deliver my very first speech here, and the title, "This is my journey." So, okay, let's start. Maybe are you already familiar with this picture, or maybe you know where is it? Yes, this is Toraja, which is located in the highland of South Sulawesi, the region where I come from. It's famous with its culture, it's like funeral ceremony, and also cafe, and then traditional houses and beautiful scenery. So, yeah, I spent most of my childhood time there. Okay, so talking about my childhood memories, I grew up actually from a really of a protective family. I can clearly remember that my parents didn't really allow me to join any extracurricular activities when I was in junior high school at the time. So yeah, all I did was studying, spend a lot of my time at my room. So I didn't had a chance to really enjoy my time with my friends. So yeah, it makes me really, how to say, uh, isolated at my rooms at the time. So I grew up I grew up as a child who actually didn't really good at expressing or speaking about my emotion, and also about my opinions. And yeah, and people say that um, our childhood is actually has a great effect on our adulthood, and I couldn't agree more on that statement. um, I end up being a girl who has lack of confidence, really shy, and yeah, it's really hard for me to adapt or socialize with new people, and always scared of judgment on how will people uh, talk about me, something like that. So literally, it give a bad impact on my social skill and my relationship with people. And I really felt this condition actually when, yes, I think I can relate it with Dr. Indah. I also spent my time in Surabaya at the time, so I decided to study there. So instead of follow my parents' dreams that they wanted me to become a doctor, this actually my first time I follow what I want to do. So I took international relation major at the time, with the expectation that if I join social studies, it makes me more maybe capable to talk or deliver my opinion, something like that. And so, and after that, I moved to Jakarta. So for working, and since then I'm working for a company um, that engage in trade and development sector. And thanks to the company where I belong now, because the company really empowered me actually to grow better. Uh, they give me a change to it give me a chance to really improve myself in terms of how to communicate with people. And yeah, I meet with a lot of people from different background, different nationality. So it's really a big point in this company. Yeah, and okay, and consider myself as a lifelong learner. I love to learn from many things, and it is also my belief that positive circle
beside family or working place, I can say that another positive circle that will help me to grow better is something like I try to join several communities in religion-based community, in the social communities, and here I find another community in the Toastmaster. So I hope that I can grow better in this community. And yeah, and the last one is actually beside getting busy to improve my social skill. I also actually have several hobbies. So from volunteering, reading a self-development book, going for camping or hiking, and also a new hobby in making home accessories from a catapult. So maybe if you know any community on this hobby, maybe it would be really interesting to join the group. Yes, so I will close my speech with a quote from Visual a Good Reach. Progressing at a snail's pace is still progress, and slow progress is better than no progress. Never be stagnant and never give up. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations. Again, it's like a heartwarming icebreaker. Congratulations, Toastmaster Tika. If you may, Sartika or Tika. And I think I agree. Our childhood has a great impact on our adulthood. And I'm so happy to hear that you finally overcome your fear or whatever you have gone through before by joining some communities, right? And thank you for opening up to us and give us a chance to know you more. Congratulations. And I empower everyone to give some appreciation, some feedbacks, or just slight emoticons just to show her your support. Thank you. Now, let's hear it. I think that's all for the prepared speech speaker. So let's hear the time report from our timer. Toastmaster Aan. Are all
Hello.
speakers eligible?
Eligible. It is for Indah. It is 6.
Less than 6:30, 6 minutes 30 seconds.
6:15.
Oh, 6:15. All right.
And Ika is 6:08.
Okay.
Eligible.
Both of speakers are eligible. Great, great. So I would like to call upon ballot counter to share the link, or should we do it later?
No,
I forgot
I'll share
how is
the
it.
link on the chat box. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So again, I would like to ask your participation to cast the vote. Give your vote to one of them that you think is the, I don't know how to call it, that touch your heart the most, right? All right. Next, before we move on to the next session, I would like to ask one of the guests, maybe. I'm not sure who is the guest here. Cahya, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Are you the guest or?
Yes,
That's
I'm the guest.
Okay, since today theme is about empowerment, could you share some experience maybe when you have given some empowerment from other people and how that make you feel? Do you have anything to say?
Maybe I don't think so.
Okay.
Because this is the first time, so I cannot the talk. So
Sure, no worries. Enjoy the meeting, and I hope you can join our next session, which is table topic session.
Okay.
And I won't be the one who lead the session. I will call the table topic master, which is Toastmaster Hans. Toastmaster Hans, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dentia, for leading the very first session. And I am Hans, your table topic master for today. I've sent you in the chat box as speech reservation. If you want to reserve your slot in table topic speech, you can write your name in your preferred table topics, in your preferred topics. Yeah. The exact topic will be revealed on the spot. And of course, the topic revolves around youth empowerment. I also start two topics, number 4 and number 9. We have meme in that topic. So we are waiting for you to fill your name. And while waiting, let me share my screen so we can see what is in my slide. Okay, our theme is youth empowerment because we remember on 28th October, we will celebrate Sumpah Pemuda. The declaration that our youth wants to unite as a nation in one language. So, basic rule in table topic. This is an impromptu speech where anyone can deliver speech here. Either you are a guest, first timer, you're a member of any club, you can try if we still have the slot. And currently we still have a lot of slots. So feel free to fill in the slot. Also, in your speech, if possible, if you remember, you can try to use word of the day because we will count word of the day. Our Ah-WoD will count it as appreciation in the evaluation session. So our word of the day is empower. Remember? Empower. And okay, the exact topic will be revealed on the spot. So you guys are wondering, what is the topic about TikTok, about 10 youth, about role model, and so on, will be revealed on the spot. It makes the excitement because, wow, it will be a surprise. What is that? What's that? Should I try this or should I try that? But actually, feel free to try any of the topic. So how to speak in the table topic session? After the topic is revealed, you may ask for a brief explanation about the topic from me. For example, okay, you will see the slide. Oh, this is about TikTok. So you can ask something, how to elaborate this, or what do you mean about that? Or also, there are some areas that are free to interpret. So once again, there is no right or no wrong. It is how we elaborate the opinion, how we elaborate the story, the fact, or anything in our concern that we want to deliver. You have about 30 seconds to prepare to wrap up anything in your mind and then start speaking. When you start speaking, the timer will start counting. And as per time indicator in that boundary, okay, after 1 minute, we'll switch into green, yellow, red, and so on. Okay, so basically you have 1 until 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, the last 30 seconds is grace period before you get disqualified. So please between 1 until 2 minutes. Okay, oh, I see Toastmaster, okay, Toastmaster Melisa, the TikTok, okay. Let's start with the very first topic, yeah. From Toastmaster Melisa about TikTok.
Scared.
Hi, Toastmaster Melisa. What is this? We know that TikTok is widely used among young generation, especially Generation Z. After this, okay, we are millennials, right, Melisa?
Yes.
So, what is your opinion about this and how can we leverage for youth empowerment? Any pros and cons? Feel free to elaborate your opinion.
Okay, let me think for 30 seconds. Okay, I'll start.
Yes.
Okay, so the question is about TikTok and how is it related to youth empowerment. So I actually read this. I kind of forget the full explanation of it, but the Gen Z generation is actually the generation that is really like to be seen. That they actually value their screen, not really screen time, their spotlight. They really like to be seen. So that's why TikTok is kind of interesting for them because they can present themselves, they can show themselves, they can show their creativity, and that's why you can see a lot of Gen Z on TikTok. Maybe someone in that probably younger than Gen Z. And also how is it can be related to youth empowerment is, well, I think Gen Z, and maybe not only Gen Z, but maybe on millennials, some sort, people on social media can be influenced strongly, can be influenced by the strong character of influencer. So how can we insert youth empowerment into this? Well, we can try to find some character that can bring the spirit, lift up the spirit of the youth. Probably if you can find someone that fits, maybe you are the person that fits to the category. So if you can, if you have the influence, if you have the charisma, if you have the talent, why not you bring your talent and be the empower and be the power that charge the youth today, so they can make the change that is necessary for this world. So that is from me. I will give the control back to Table Topic Master. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Toastmaster Melisa. You encourage us as the older generation of them, we are millennials, to influence Generation Z in that platform. Anyone of you guys want to install or create account on TikTok after this, feel free. And I agree with you. Okay, we can influence them because they like to be seen. Yeah. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Melisa. And then next, topic number 2 and number 3 are still empty. So let's move to the topic number 4, generation gap. Nabila. Hi, Nabila, are you ready? Yes. Is it your first time here?
Yes, this is my first time.
Hope you enjoy. This is a meme about generation gap. I think you are Generation Z right now, right? Like.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you are younger than me. Still student.
Yeah, I'm student from Unpar Bandung.
Okay, so here is your topic. You can ask for more explanation from me before speech. Feel free.
Also, I have to compare millennials and baby boomers like that.
You can interpret this meme into anything that fit your style of speech. Perhaps you want to share awareness about that kind of differences or anything related. Perhaps about the economy, why millennials are like that, and so on. Feel free to interpret. And if you want to compare that things, that's okay.
Okay. So when can I start?
Now it's okay.
Okay. Hello everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Nabila and I'm currently a student at Unpar, Bandung. And I want to talk about generation gap. I was born in 2002, so I am a Gen Z. Talking about generation gap, I think some millennials are really glorifies their era because they are like spending their childhood is more fun because there is less screen time, there is less internet that they can spend their time with friends in a better quality. But I think there are the positive and the negative in each generation. So not the Gen Z generation is not that bad because we adapt a lot. Like the change in this era is really fast. The digitalization is really fast, and Gen Z is very good at adaptation, and we learn fast. So Gen Z is not that really bad compared to millennials. We are having fun too, doing our things in internet, and that's all I think. Thank you.
Yay, thank you, soon-to-be Toastmaster Nabila. You nailed it very well in terms of generation gap by stating
Thank you
that
so much.
Gen Z adapt very well. And of course, we believe that every generation has their own struggle and differences. Great. By the way, regard from Toastmaster Melisa. She was former Unparian too. And next, topic number 3, role model from Hanif, soon to be Toastmaster Hanif. Hi, Hanif. So, about role model, this one is for you. Who is your role model and what do you learn from that person? This role model can be anyone, perhaps a public figure or a person that you know personally.
Can I start now?
Of course.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. My role model is, I think I got a lot of role model, and one of my role model is I think my parents are my role models because I really learned a lot of things from them, and with a lot of experience that they already had, they can really tell me things that maybe as a son that I'm doing a lot of things in the younger years, and just like any other younger kids, that we do a lot of good things and bad things. And at that time, my parents really can teach me well about those things, so I can still get along with my friends without doing a lot of bad things. And finally, I can move along and do a lot of good things in the future. I hope so. So my parents really give me a lot of inspiration, and I can learn a lot of things from them. Thank you.
Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Hanif. You really honor your parents and you learn a lot from them. They inspire you to do good things and to interact with your friends. Thank you very much. And I hope we can learn from this regardless of our position right now. Perhaps one day we want to be parents to all, or anything that we can learn from role model. Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Hanif. And next we will have Toastmaster Redika about rewind. So hello, Toastmaster Redika.
Yes.
This one is for you. If you meet your 17 years old version of you, what would you say to her?
Okay, thank you for the question. If I meet my 17 years old self, I would love to say to stop procrastinate, because time is valuable. You can rewind back time, because what past is past. It stays in the past. So what I wish I could tell to my old self is to make good use of time, to study even more harder than I was back then, and just to stop procrastinate basically, because it just made me progress somewhat slower than others. So if I would love to empower myself to just do the things right away. If I was given time at that time, enough time to do assignments, say, tasks, homeworks, just do it right away. So it could be my long-term habit then. But yeah, I think that's what I would love to say to myself, to empower myself again and again, that I should just stop procrastinate and do the things as soon as possible when I have. Just don't wait for the right time, because basically just do it anyway. And yeah, we will see what comes next, what will happen next when we just do something without thinking too much. So that's it. Thank you for the topic. Back to the table topic of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Redika, for your openness about stop procrastinating, and also reminder for us that time is irreversible. And of course, we believe that it is a good reminder for us that not to rewind because we can't do it, but for the future, we need to honor our time and stop procrastinating. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Redika. Next, let's have Toastmaster Indah about diversity. So, diversity. This one is for Toastmaster Indah. Do we need to embrace diversity, and why? You can also give example from your experience with embracing diversity. By the way, Toastmaster Indah, are you here?
Sorry, yes, I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me think for a little bit. Male doctors versus female doctors. Do you know who treat patients better? There's actually a study about that, you know. One recent study that I read that in Florida, from all of the cardiac patients that came into the ER, from the span of 10 years, they analyzed it and they saw that apparently female cardiologists treat patients better, and that the patient that were treated by female cardiologists survive more than the ones that were treated by male cardiologists. Are you surprised by that? We were. Okay. You know why? Apparently, there's this notion that a female cardiologist can communicate better instead of the male doctors. But the study do a sub-analysis actually in that data. Okay. And they found out that there are male cardiologists that spend a lot of time with female colleagues and have a lot of exposure to female patients previously, they tend to treat the female patients better too. And the conclusion of that study is that when the workforce in the hospital is diverse, the outcome for the patients are way better than instead of the workforce is majority of male or majority of female doctors. So diversity is very good for the patient's outcome. Thank you. Back to you, table topic master Hans. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Indah, for reminding us about embracing diversity and inclusion. Yeah. I think it is a major concern in a lot of corporations nowadays, and we believe it too.
It's correct.
Yes. Next, we will have Padli, soon to be Toastmaster Padli. His topic is about school. So what will we talk exactly about school? This one. Give us your opinion about how can we improve the school system to empower youth. Can be in any context, perhaps in the curriculum, in the extracurricular, or any policy or anything in the school system.
Yeah, thank you very much, the Toastmaster Hans, and my honor to meet you, every participant here. I'm Padli from Batam. So I have engaged with schools about 12 years, so around 2010 or 9, yeah, more or less. So this is a good question, how to improve the school system to empower youth. It's not easy task, yeah, I think for educators, for teachers to improve. To improve the school system, I think we need also to engage the government policy. And to reach there, we also need to collaborate not only with teachers to principals, but also teachers to parents and teachers to students as well. Okay, let me give you some examples. I teach MTK at my school. Sometimes I'm replacing my coworker to teach English. So, you know, now in most of Indonesian students, better in listening rather than in speaking in English. Yeah, so they must join Toastmaster one day. Next, in English, there are some places that the students are better in English than in other regions in Indonesia. For example, in Jakarta, in Bali, in Jogja, and also in Batam. Yeah, we as teachers analyze these cities. They create the students to be able in English more than in another places in Indonesia. We know that why it make better, because maybe in these cities more foreigners come. Yeah, the availability of foreigners than another regions. And you know, at my school, yeah, to improve the school system to empower youth, I think we also need to fulfill the facilities in the school itself. Yeah, for example, when we want to improve the English skill in certain schools, we also need to improve the facilities. Yeah, and then also the fund or the cost of everything. So I think these questions, Toastmaster Hans, this is very general. Yeah, to improve the school system, but we can, we can make it more detailed. For example, systems for what subject it is. Yeah, for what subjects. But based on the PISA, yeah, in 2019, I think some of us already know the rank of Indonesian, the result of Indonesia in PISA. I think if I'm not mistaken, we are the 6th rank from down, from the lowest. Yeah. And then the first one is China and the second one is Singapore. That's why I'm a bit lucky here. I can learn more to Singapore because of the distance, the close distance. Okay, I think I don't want to make it to details, Toastmaster Hans, because I think my time is limited here, but I just make the highlights to improve the school system. Yeah, we need to collaborate. Teachers to headmaster, teachers to government, teachers to parents, and as well as teachers to students. I think that's it from me. Back to table topic, Toastmaster Hans. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Padli, for giving a comprehensive solution based on your experience. Really appreciate that, from improvement in language, in facility, and also literacy, and also collaboration. And by the way, are you member of any Toastmasters club? Sorry if I mistake you as a guest.
Yeah, actually, I was once in Toastmaster, I think 10 years ago when I was in college. Yeah, when I was in Binjai, Sumatera Utara. Yeah, but I think 2011. Yeah, and then I engaged there about just 2 months, I guess. Actually, I was not good at the time. And then, yeah, now I moved to Batam. Yeah, almost 8 years. Yeah, and then I want to improve again my English skill and also my public speaking. That's why I try to search the community that can make it apply it.
I see. Thank you very much for coming, Toastmaster Padli, and I hope you enjoy. This is for you guys. This is the privilege of online meeting. We can attend a meeting of any club, even far away, like from Batam to Jakarta. We can attend from club in Medan, in any places. Even I've ever tried to attend overseas Toastmasters club from Columbia University in New York. I need to sacrifice my sleeping time, of course, because of the time zone, but it is worth to try. Okay, that's just intermezzo about online meeting. Next, let's have next speaker, Toastmaster Sanjung. We will talk, you will talk about contribution. So what is this? How can we contribute to the empowerment of younger generation? You can use your opinion or even give sample from your experience or other experience. Feel free to use any point of view.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hansel. Let me think first. The young generation is the foundation of a nation or a country. In my opinion, there are two types of young generation that they could contribution. The first thing, they will contribute to social and society, such as help and support the government to elaborate on the poverty or help to improve the education system in the remote area by the knowledge of the young generation who have good for those who have a good education experience. And the second one, I also appreciate to the young generation who have courage to give a constructive feedback or constructive critics to the government to make our country better, because not all generations as well have their awareness that we also should aware about the politicals and also about our future of Indonesia. In my opinion, both the contribution, this is with I think with a smooth contribution, even though with I think with the hard, I think hard contribution such as criticism, both are important or essential for young generation, as long as thus to empower Indonesian society to be better in the future. That's all from me, Toastmaster Hansel.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjung. You wrap up about concern in remote area, also raise awareness in political and national things, and really agree with you. That's a good way to empower the young generation, and I hope we can contribute it well. Next, we will have Toastmaster Dentia. You will talk about early adulthood. We have passed that age, yeah.
Oh,
And this is a meme.
Oh, I'm still in early adulthood.
But yeah.
Okay. Okay. Count the blessings, not the age or not the number, right? That's exactly what we saw on that meme, or what you call that one. Yeah, I would say it's a meme, right? Yeah. When we were a kid, we were like waiting eagerly to be an adult or to be a teenager. And then once we are a teenager, we are dreaming of being an adult, thinking that it is the best time of our life. But the moment we step into the adulthood, then we realize that, oh, so many responsibilities that we have to face as an adult, and we wish to go back to our childhood, right? Thinking that, okay, sleeping the whole day won't be a problem when you're a kid. But this is life, and we don't come into this world with a manual book, right? This is something that we need to just live it without thinking too hard, because unless we realize that there is a purpose for us in this life, we won't be content, or we won't be grateful with what we have. So when you think about it, the moment that you were born until the time that you are now, there are already so many blessings in your life. So don't count the years, count those blessings, and whatever comes to your life, be it good things or bad things, because realize that even the bad things made you who you are today. So like some people say, there's always a blessing in disguise. Yes, bad things also sometimes give you something that is good for your future. So without thinking too much, just live your life, enjoy your moment, because this is the only time you have right now. Tomorrow, it's still another page for you to look forward to. Guess that's all. Back to you, Toastmaster Hans.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dentia. A heartwarming reminder for us to count our blessings, not the age, and also to enjoy the moment, the present moment. That's why we call it present. It's like a gift, yeah. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dentia. Next, we will have soon to be Toastmaster Clairol about 10 youth. I think we are familiar with this quote from founding father of our nation. Okay, give me 10 youth, I will undoubtedly shake the world. And you can give us your opinion about this quote.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm not actually an Indonesian. I'm from the Philippines. So if you would ask me that, but okay. So I think the topic for today is about youth, and what I can say is that if you gather around 10 youth, they will undoubtedly change the world. As long as they work together and as long as they have one goal to have in mind and to work on it. The youth, they have an energy, they have fire inside, they have a strong desire, and they have emotions to fire them up. So if we encourage the youth to work on themselves today so that they can be future leaders for tomorrow, I think it would be possible. And same thing as what the president, the ex-president said. If we're going to use the youth, then of course it will not be impossible because they have the strength, they have the fire, they have the emotion, which I just mentioned a while back. And of course, you could say they're older generations. We, as the older generations, I think it is our goal as well. It is our responsibility to equip this youth because they will be future leaders. And if we don't do that, if we don't do our part in becoming a role model to them, in empowering them, I think it will be difficult. It will be a disaster if we don't do our, you can say, obligation. And I think that our obligation is to live our lives in a better way, to be a role model to them, to assist them in whatever way possible so that they could be persons who can rule the world in a better way, who can make the world a better place for the next generation. So I think that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, soon-to-be Toastmaster Clairol, for bridging this topic. Yes, agree about the fire, the emotion in youth. We believe that youth are having a burning desire inside them, and we as the older generation, we can equip them, we can be a role model for them. Thank you for wrapping those things up, and let's do our best in our portion. Really agree with you. And last but not least, we have bonus topic. Hi, soon-to-be Toastmaster Agus, or are you a member or guest or?
I'm currently a guest.
Okay, so soon-to-be Toastmaster Agus. This bonus topic is literally bonus because we will talk about demographic bonus of Indonesia. We don't really need to highlight all those numbers, but the highlight is now 2021 is the peak of demographic bonus. So demographic bonus is when the population of productive age from 15 to 64 years old are much more than the other age group, as we can see the blue bar. Give us your opinion about this. How can we leverage the Indonesia demographic bonus? You can also give the pros and cons of this phenomena. Feel free to elaborate in any point of view. Before start to speak, you can also discuss. Yeah, just quick discussion before you speak if you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty difficult for me to talk about because, you know.
It's okay, no problem. Take your time. Yeah, because this is bonus. But I appreciate your courage to try the bonus.
Is the age group of 15 and to 64 years old is a productive age group?
We consider it productive in terms of demographic things.
Okay. So, fellow Toastmasters and friends, I would like to talk about the phenomenon of this increasing population of especially the age group of 15 to 64 years old, because it's kind of worrying for me, as especially in this pandemic era, there are many people are forced to not to work. So I think to counteract this phenomenon, I would like to encourage no, I would like to empower everyone to, because this is a difficult time for everyone, and while the population is increasing, the job vacancy is declining. If that's what I believe, especially during the pandemic era. So I think I would like to empower everyone to, to practice more on entrepreneurship, and to, if the opportunity doesn't get to you, you can create the opportunity, especially during this pandemic. So talking about those phenomenon about the increasing population of the productive age group, I would like to empower everyone to, to practice or to be an entrepreneur. That's all. Thank you. I hope that makes sense.
Thank you very much, soon to be Toastmaster Agus. You wrap it up. You raise awareness about this issue because we have massive layoff due to pandemic, but on the other side, increasing population in productive age. And also thank you for empowering us to involve in entrepreneurship, to create chance for others. Really appreciate that. Okay, there are 10 topics, and thank you very much for all speakers who have participated. It is an honor to conduct this table topic session, and I hope we can practice these things in the next meeting. You can also try again. We can elaborate our opinion, and also we can practice some insights from those speeches. Thank you very much for the insights. You guys, you're all great speakers. And now let's see the timer report for the table topic speaker.
Okay. The table topic speaker timer is everyone is eligible except guest Padli. It is for 4 minutes 7 seconds, and the report is in the chat box. Thank you. Back to Jamal.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Aan, and Toastmaster Nanda is preparing the ballot. Please notify us. Yeah. Okay, no problem. So, anyone wants to give your opinion regarding this table topic session? Perhaps this topic is too easy compared to that topic is too hard, or anything. You can give comment about this session, or perhaps some of you guys are hesitant to try in the beginning, but I regret that I did not take the opportunity later. It is familiar, but I want to empower you guys. It is better to regret that we try and we feel unsatisfied with our speech, rather than we regret that we don't even try. Because if we try, we know this part is our weakness. Okay, we can improve it later on. And we believe that this is a safe space for us because we elevate you. We will try to evaluate in a constructive way. It is safe space without judgment. So I hope we can gain courage to try table topic if given the opportunity. And that is the voting link from Toastmaster Nanda. Thank you very much. Could you please give your vote in that link? And by the way, I want to ask someone. Perhaps Petty Cantik, who are you? Could you please introduce yourself, or are you a member or guest on and I think you joined later in this meeting. So how do you feel about this session so far? Sorry, not audible. Your voice is a bit breaking.
Hello, I'm Padli. Actually, this is my first time doing the Toastmasters. The idea, and I really appreciate the opportunity for the sharing, and I think it's a very, very nice topic that you all did and brought here, and I wish to learn more about it and hope to share more if I could in the next section later on. Yeah, and I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you very much, soon to be Toastmaster Patty. Although your voice is not clear enough, but as far as I've tried to notice that, okay, it's your first time and you would looking forward to learn more about this kind of table topics. Yeah, sorry for limited understanding because yeah, the voice is not clear enough, but thank you very much for trying. And I think should we stop the voting session? I think, okay, yes, the time is enough for the voting session. And before we move to the next session, let's have a photo together. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, if possible, could you please open your camera and let's have a screenshot together. Okay, who will take the screenshot? Is it me or Toastmaster? Anyone?
I can take the screenshot.
Toastmaster Melisa. Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so everyone, please open your camera and give us your best post. If you send your Instagram to our chat, maybe to the co-host, we can tag you on our Instagram post. Okay, so I will take the picture in 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, 2 more. In 3, 2, 1, change pose, everyone. Okay, the final one. I will take the picture in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, I give back to you, Dr. Hans.
Yay, thank you, Toastmaster Melisa, for taking the photo. And it marks the end of the table topic session. I would like to give the control back to, back to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dentia.
Thank you, and yay, well done everyone for the amazing speeches. Oh, 10 speakers, that was quite a lot, and interesting topics as well. Thank you for leading the session, and let's move on to the last session where all the prepared speech speaker will get their feedback from their own evaluator, and the whole meeting will be evaluated by the team. To lead the session, I would like to call again Toastmaster Melisa. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Dentia. Hello, everyone. It's me again. I'm the General Evaluator of tonight's meeting. Before we start with the whole meeting evaluation session, let's have individual evaluation session for our fellow Toastmaster who have delivered the icebreaker speech today. For the first evaluator, I will call DTM Harlina, who will present their evaluation based on Toastmaster Indah speech. The Toastmaster Harlina, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. The screen is yours.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. So I will evaluate the speech of our icebreaker Toastmaster Indah, and the purpose of the speech is to introduce herself to the club, and so that we can know her much better. And that is what I feel. I feel that I know a lot more about her background, about how she feels about things, and how she's a more positive person, seeing the glass half full instead of half empty. And so I think the purpose has been reached. Also, the fact that you have structured your speech in opening, body, and conclusion. And sorry for that. And what I also like is how you tie the conclusion to the opening. So you started with the quote, and then you, in the closing, you referred back to the quote. That's a nice move. And I actually like the quote a lot. So I think you should just start with the quote directly. Yeah, so let me share you a quote that I really like, and then you go directly to the quote. Actually, you can quite move around, isn't it? So that's okay to say, oh yeah, this is a quote. You want to cover the quote first with your body, and then after that you want to show it. It's okay, because you can actually move around also when you speak. It would be, of course, easier if you would stand up, yeah, by giving a speech. That's a challenge for you for next speech, if it is possible. And another challenge for you is also to look more in the camera, because I noticed that you did look to your device, but just next to the camera. So should be so maybe you can try that next time. But all in all, I think it's a well-structured speech, and I know you much better now. So thank you for your introduction. And back to the General Evaluator.
Okay, thank you, DTM Harlina, for your detailed and structured evaluation. So now let's move to our second evaluator, Toastmaster Melanie. Toastmaster Melanie, please present your evaluation to us.
What a journey it has been, in the end is not in sight. That was sung by Lea Salonga, and indeed, what a journey, Toastmaster Sartika. Hearing your journey was like hearing some parts of my youth that I defiled. And congratulations for breaking the ice. It is indeed challenging to share a part of our life to strangers, right? And what I love about her speech and her speech delivery are as follows. First, Toastmaster Sartika was able to deliver and met the objective of the project. She was able to introduce herself to us and gave us a glimpse of her past, her present, and even what he looks forward to here in Toastmasters. Second, she was able to maximize the use of the technology. Not all first-time speakers in Toastmasters use screen sharing, right? And as a foreigner, it helped me understand where Toraja is, where are those three cities she lived in, Toraja, Surabaya, and Jakarta, and even her hobbies. And her calmness brought also the same calmness while I was listening to her speech. It helped me also understand her spoken language. And to help you improve your speech in the future, and please consider my humble recommendations when you deliver your next speech. First, technical check. So it would be better to be a little early during the virtual meeting or any kind of meetings to check your visibility, your audibility, or if you're allowed to share the screen. Technical check is very important so that we will not waste some seconds or even minute in just checking if we're allowed to share the screen. And the second, opening and the conclusion. You may want to work on with your opening with the opening of your speech, like such as you can share an anecdote, or maybe you can sing, or maybe just explore on the opening so that you can engage easily or you can catch the attention of your audience. Though the conclusion already works fine with the quotation that you have shared earlier, it would be better to add a call to action at the end. Maybe Through that, you can also empower the guests to join the club. I challenge you to explore on the vocal variation. It's okay to be calm, but vocal variation and maybe the hand gestures add emphasis to our expressions or our emotions. Nonetheless, it was an awesome icebreaker speech. You met the objective, maximize the use of technology, and I love your calmness. And you may want to work on with the technical check and opening and conclusion of your speech. And that's it. Congratulations to Master Sartika. Looking forward for your next speech. Back to the G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie, for your also detailed and you can give us example, the live example of how to make our speech better. Thank you once again, Toastmaster Melanie. So before I resume the evaluation session, I will ask for the timer report from our timer. Is our evaluators eligible to be voted?
The evaluator is eligible for the voted.
Okay.
TM Harlina is 2 minutes 15 and TM Melanie is 2 minutes 50. Thank you.
Okay.
Back to
Thank you, Toastmaster Aan, for your timer report. So both evaluators are eligible to be voted. So now our ballot counter, Toastmaster Nanda, please share the voting link for us. So okay, so Toastmaster Nanda already give the voting link in the chat box. Everyone, please vote for your most favorite evaluator. I think we can have about 30 seconds because we only have 2 options and please don't think long. Before we can start with, we can follow up with other evaluation for the role takers. Let's wait for a little bit before we move on. Yeah, thank you, guest Agus, for voting. Everyone, I encourage you for voting for your most favorite evaluator, and we will have the awarding session at the end of our meeting. Okay, I think that's enough time for the voting session. Thank you for the participants who have voted, and thank you for our ballot counter who had prepared the voting link as well. So now let's move on to the general evaluation session from our role takers. Maybe I will start with our grammarian, Toastmaster Redika. Toastmaster Redika, are you ready with your report?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you, Toastmaster Melisa. So here I present my evaluation as a grammarian today. So my evaluation today will consist of two aspects, in which it consists of grammatical error findings, and second one is beautiful words that I note down. The first one is grammatical error. For the grammatical error, the first mistake that I notice is can be influenced. Can be influenced, it should be can be influenced. The influence should be in past participle, because for passive modal, it should be modal followed by be, then followed by past participle. Yeah. So it should be can be influenced instead of can be influenced. So remember this formula the next time you want to use passive modal. Whatever modal that you want to use, the verb should be in the past participle or verb 3. And the next one, we adapt a lot of changes. Adapt to is a phrasal verb. So in phrasal verb, it should be in tandem. So in adapt, it should be with to. For example, as well, there are other phrasal verbs consist of. It's as well another example of phrasal verbs. There are a lot of phrasal verbs that what you need to remember is they are meant to be in pair. So So for adapt, it should be with to. You can pair it with any other determiner or any other word, but adapt should be with to. That's the nature of phrasal verb. And the next one is another places. Another places, the places here refers to plural noun. So it should be with other instead of another, because remember this formula, another, it should be with singular noun, meanwhile other with plural nouns. So if the person has the word places, sure, it should be other places, but not another places. But use another with another place. So the noun should be in a singular noun. So that's the grammatical error that I find today. No, yeah, that's not the big sticks. And the next one, I will as well share some beautiful words that I noticed. The first one is I won't be the person I am today without the woman I've loved before and the woman I loved then, by Toastmaster Indah. The second one, Count the Blessings by Toastmaster Dentia. And the last one, if we don't be a role model to them refers to younger generation, it will be a disaster by Toastmaster Clairol. So that's all the grammatical error findings and as well some beautiful words that I happen to note down today. Back to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Melisa.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Redika, as our grammarian. Thank you for your report and your notice for the beautiful words that we hear today. So now let's move. Okay, so now let's move on to our next role taker. Let's hear the report from our Ah-WoD counter, Toastmaster Sanjung.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melisa. Hi, my fellow Toastmaster and to-be Toastmaster. Let me share screen my report. Okay. Would you please to activate the share screen?
Yes, done.
Thank you. Hi everyone, this is the counter and word of the day for the report. And I classify or divide or to symbolize it into 3 colors. The first level is green for those who have 0 until 3 filler words or repetition. Level 2 or orange is 4 to 10 filler words or repetition, and more than 10 filler words or repetition, it be a blue color. And the word of the day for today is empower. And I would like to report my task for the prepared speech session is Toastmaster Indah is green filler words and green repetition and congratulations. I spot empower word of the day from you. And Toastmaster Sartika, orange filler words and green repetition. And unfortunately, I can spot the word of the day from you. And the second session is for table topic session. Toastmaster Melisa is green filler words and orange repetition. And spot word of the day, one word of the day. Toastmaster Nabila, orange filler words and green repetition. And no word of the day from Toastmaster Nabila. Soon to be Toastmaster Hanif, orange filler words and repetition. And no word of the day that come from you. And Toastmaster Redika, orange filler word and green repetition. And spot for word of the day, empower, and green filler words and green repetition for Toastmaster Indah. And unfortunately, non word of the day from Toastmaster Indah, and orange filler words from Sumpah Pemuda Padli, and green reputation and non-word of the day. And myself is orange filler words and orange reputation. And I think I spot the word of the day, empower. Toastmaster Dentia is green filler words and green reputation, and non-word of the day. Soon to be Toastmaster Clairol is orange filler words and green repetition, and non-word of the day. Soon to be Toastmaster Agus, orange filler words and green repetition, and non-word of the day. And the third session is evaluation session. Distinguished Toastmaster Harlina, green filler words and repetition, and non-word of the day. And for Toastmaster Melanie, green filler words and green repetition, and non-words of the day. Okay, that's all the report from me. Hopefully it can be as a self-assessment or self-evaluation from every one of you. Thank you. I will give control back to Toastmaster Melisa.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sanjung, as our Ah-WoD counter for tonight. So maybe now it's time
My
for
apology.
me
I think
evaluation.
yeah. There is a mistake in my report that Suntupi Toastmaster Clairol also say the word of the day, empowering. Thank you.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. Can everyone see me and hear me clearly? Because I think my network bandwidth is low.
Yes, Mel.
Right now it's clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, everyone. So now let me present my evaluation for the whole meeting tonight. So about the general meeting overall, I think the meeting, the meeting is delivered well. The meeting started on time. Sorry, and the club president, Toastmaster Hans, gave briefing about Toastmasters Club in general, and also the purpose of Toastmaster Club, a brief info about pathways, and also the sessions or the sequence of the meeting sessions today. And also, it's nice that all the role takers were already present before the meeting starts. And maybe in general aspect, the room for improvement is just like Toastmaster Melanie had said about technical issues. It is applied to not just the speakers or role takers or the excos, but for you who know that you will be an active speaker tonight. If you have to speak and share your screen, probably contact the host and ask them to make you the co-host, or probably also make sure that you are visible and audible to the audience. And okay, it is also a suggestion for the audience and also for the role takers or the speakers. And this has happened to me. When you are the current speaker on Spotlight, make sure to reduce the section that you can control. For example, when I was introducing myself to general evaluation, as a general evaluator, my phone starts to ring and it's kind of distract the whole meeting. Okay, so for the next aspect, I will evaluate about maybe each of the role takers and each of the session. For the first one is the Tom, for our Toastmaster Dentia. It's nice that you use, maybe it's a slide, I don't know what it's called. You use interactive and engaging slides, and you also give good explanation about the theme, and you had good interaction with the audience because you also ask the question to the guests, to the participants, so the communication is not just one way. And next, for the prepared speaker session, all the speakers presented their speech well. Congratulations for completing your very first project in Pathways, and good luck and wish you the best for your future endeavor. And the next one is for the table topic session. In general, the topics are nice. The topics are nice. The topics are interesting, and I always like if Toastmaster Hans is the table topic master, he always inserts some meme question in addition to the table topic session. And you Toastmaster Hans as the table topic master also put a slide containing the information, the general information about the table topic session in general, about the time duration, about the rules and something. And I don't know if you have explained it or not. If you are already explained it, maybe it's just my ignorance and I'm sorry. It is nice to explain the time that you need to think. So we can be more share about how long the pause before we can start speak as the table topic challenger. And also I really appreciate that you practice active listening after each and every speakers had presented their speech in table topics. So you can give related comments and it shows that you also appreciate all the challenges as well. And the next is for the individual evaluation session. For Toastmaster Harlina and also Toastmaster Melanie, thank you for your detailed and structured evaluation, as well as the live example about how to make the speech better. And that is a good point. And the next one is for the role takers. I think all the role takers have introduced their role well at the beginning of the meeting. For the Grammarian, for the Ah-WoD, and also for the timer. Maybe it's just my suggestion for the timer. Maybe it's better for you, and it's also for the timer in the future. It is best to make explanation slide. Sorry, to like a table or a diagram to show it more simple rather than mentioning the time one by one, because I don't think people can focus that really long for that kind of numbers. So if you can simplify your explanation, it will be very good for that. And also for the report or the evaluation or the report session at this session, the general evaluation session. For the Grammarian, thank you for your detailed report. Thank you for your catching up on the nice and memorable sentence as well. For the Ah and WOD, your report is very detailed and it's nice that it is color coded. The emoticon is also a nice accent as well, but it is a suggestion to improve because we can read the table. We can read the table and the content. Maybe it's nice if you can just summarize it rather than mentioning it or reading it one by one. And also for the timer, again, your report is very detailed and it is nice. And for the ballot counter, also you didn't take very long before you share the voting link to us, and I think that's good also. And that's all from me. I think I took too much time for the general evaluation. Overall, it is a nice meeting, and I hope everyone had great time here. That's all from me. I will give the control back to the Toastmaster of the meeting.
Wow, very thorough evaluation. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Melisa and the team. So I guess we've learned a lot, not only from the evaluation for the speakers, but also from the grammarians, the Ah-WoD counter, and the general evaluations. Now we almost come to the end of the session. And I think for that, we'll have to announce first the Hall of Fame, right? So may I call the ballot counter to present her reports?
Yes, thank you, Tom. So hi everyone, welcome back. And now, are you curious who is the winner for each session? Please give me your heart if you are very, very want to know who is the winner. Let's see. Okay, so let me share the screens. All right. Okay, wait. Okay, so who is the winner for prepare speech? It goes to Toastmaster Indah. Congratulations, Toastmaster Indah. And who is the winner for table topic session? The winner is Toastmaster Dentia. Congrats. And the last one, the winner for best evaluator, it goes to DTM Harlina. Congratulations. So congrats for all winners, and please don't stop to improve ourselves together in Toastmaster. And back to Tom. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, and congratulations to all, and big applause also to all the speakers today. All right, so it is the end of the session now. We have already seen all the 3 sessions in this meeting. And before I close the session and give it back to the president, I'd just like to recite one quote from Pearl S. Buck. It says that the young do not know enough to be prudent, and therefore they attempt the impossible and achieve it, generation after generation. So basically, youth has no age. With that being said, let us support our youth generation, and don't forget, we can also still empower each other by helping our generation to be a better one in the future. Guess that's all from me. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be the Toastmaster of the meeting tonight. And I give the control back to the president of the club, Toastmaster Hans. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dentia, for conducting this meeting very well with your heartwarming approach, and also with your reminder that youth has no age. Yeah, I believe that we can share the spirit of youth too, and as an older generation, we can also inspire them. And now we have a club business agenda, that is new member installation. At this time, I would like to call Toastmaster Sartika. Toastmaster Tika, are you still here? Oh, yes. Okay. So in this new member installation, please repeat after me to state the new members pledge. I, in the presence of my fellow members,
in the presence of my fellow members
of the Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club,
of the Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club,
make this firm obligation to attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for each assignment, to apply myself to the requirements outlined in the Toastmasters educational program,
to apply myself to the requirements outlined in the Toastmasters educational program,
to regularly and fully participate in club activities,
to regularly and fully participate in club activities,
to evaluate others in positive and constructive manner,
to evaluate others in a positive and constructive manner,
to build open and friendly relationships with my fellow members,
to evaluate others in a
to build open and friendly relationships with my fellow members,
to build open and friendly relationship with my fellow members,
and to bring new members to the club so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters,
and to bring new members into the club so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
And to my fellow Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters member, let's repeat after me as club members pledge to support Toastmaster Tika. You can unmute yourself, guys. We, the members of Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club,
The members of
the Jakarta
Motivator Toastmasters
Club
pledge to support you in your quest for self-development.
Pledge to support you in your quest for
self-development.
To provide you with positive and helpful evaluations.
To provide you with
positive and helpful evaluations.
To maintain a friendly and supportive atmosphere.
To maintain a friendly and
supportive atmosphere.
And to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
And to make your Toastmasters membership rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Okay, thank you very much to all my fellow members. And once again, welcome Toastmaster Tika. Enjoy your journey as Toastmasters. I hope you gain insights and enjoy every process of your self-development quest. Thank you very much. And let's have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Tika. Yes. And now, before we close the meeting, to remember that Toastmasters wear many hats. There are a lot of clubs worldwide, and currently not only Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters club member is here, we also have member from other club. Let's hear some words from them because they can announce their agenda, their club agenda too, and we can attend their club. Let's from Toastmaster Sanjung from Essential.
Thank you, Toastmaster Han, for the opportunity. Dear my fellow Toastmaster and soon-to-be Toastmaster, Essential Toastmaster will have regular meeting tomorrow at Tuesday. And tomorrow is the special meeting because we have an educational session for preparation for table topic contest. So everyone are welcome to join because tomorrow all the table topic for those who want to sharpening your impromptu speech and as your preparation for contest, please welcome and I will share the invitation on the chat box. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Toastmaster Sanjung. Now from DTM Harlina.
Thank you very much. I'm actually the club president of a club that holds its meetings in Bahasa Indonesia, Jakarta Bahasa Toastmasters Club, and we meet every Saturday from 10 till 12, 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. And this Saturday, one of the district champions of human speech contest, an Indonesian, Rudianto Sutarji, maybe some of you still remember him. He will speak for during an educational session this Saturday. So be there.
Okay, thank you DTM Harlina. Next from SCBD, perhaps Toastmaster Dentia or Toastmaster Melisa. Melanie, which one?
Okay, I can share. All right, so like Toastmaster Hans earlier said, a Toastmaster wears many hats, and that's what we are going to conduct this week. On Friday, 22nd of October, we are going to have a small or mini edu session about roles in Toastmasters meeting. So here is the link to register. Our theme of the day will be Learner Today, Leader Tomorrow, with the word of the day milestone. And everyone is welcome to participate. We will conduct our meeting from 7 o'clock GMT plus 7 on Friday, 22nd of October. So I hope to see you all there. Thank you, Toastmaster Hans. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Dentia. Next, we also have Toastmaster Kayo.
Thank you very much, our President Hans. Now the invitations will be in Bahasa. And for the most part, it's going to be in Bahasa Malaysia. Okay. But then again, for the benefit of the new families of Toastmasters, the new members, soon to be Toastmasters, I will speak in English. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Toastmasters Kayum. I come all the way from Malaysia. I would like to invite all of you guys. If you guys want to know about what is Bahasa Melayu, how do you guys want to connect with me in another language from another Bahasa? So we are going to have our meeting tomorrow around 12 to 2 p.m. in Malaysia time. It will be around 11 to 1 p.m. in your time. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are want to pop up and just say hi to everyone there and want to learn about Bahasa Melayu, and I will put the link in the chat box down below, and you guys are feel free to come. For another club, I will not disclose it because we have SCVD already taken the time. So ladies and gentlemen, see you guys on that day. Back to the president.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kayum. I think enough from the visiting Toastmasters. And about this club, we will have next meeting in next 2 weeks, November 3rd, about personal branding and unique selling points. I've sent it in the chat box. That's open for public, just like this one. And for internal members of Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club, we will also have a casual gathering this Saturday, as we have sent in the WhatsApp group, and you can confirm your most preferred schedule if you want to attend, and let's get to know each other better, update our life. You can also share everything, perhaps everything about your work, your personal life, your career, your struggle, or everything. So because we believe that it is a safe space to get to know each other. Or we can also just have fun, chit chat, and also learn more about what can we do in Toastmasters and in this club. That's for internal member this Saturday. And it concludes the meeting session for today. But one more. I want one guest, anyone. If you want to volunteer, you can introduce yourself right now and wrap up your conclusion about the whole meeting of today. Anyone? I'll count down in. If you want to volunteer, I will count down in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay,
okay.
let me. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Hans, and thank you everyone, every member here. Thank you very much, and I'm Padli as a guest here. Actually, yeah, I really want to join to participate for the member, but I don't know for the next time. Yeah, will it? So I need to learn it first. Yeah, about the role or system in Toastmaster here. Maybe if it will conduct online for the next time, maybe I can join. But right? Our places are very far, so if we must come to the venue, so it's hard for me maybe to go there. But if online, maybe I will try. Yeah, but I will adjust my schedule first. And this is very good occasion for me to join with you, to meet you here. You are very motivated, and yeah, you inspire me a lot. Thank you. I think that's it. Back to you, Toastmaster Hans.
Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Padli, for your impression about us and for your interest about this. Okay, because we are still in transition, currently online meeting, but we don't know when we will shift to the physical meeting. So basically, yeah, you can try to attend. We also welcome you to join any club if you want to be as a member. If you prefer, of course, we prefer being a member in related city, because once we go offline, it is better for us, easier for us to attend. Okay, and actually, there is a website in Toastmasters to find a club. We can just Google Toastmasters, find a club. Also, we can try to search on Instagram Toastmasters. Yeah, we can find a lot of clubs. Otherwise, also we can discuss. You can reach out to me, and I will try to look the nearest club in Batam, if possible, or in Sumatra. Perhaps not in Batam, but the whole Sumatra, because I'm not so sure. Otherwise, you can also try to attend if the club is fully online. So no worries when it shifts to physical meeting. Otherwise, it is also free if you want. Okay, this is online. Okay, you can try to be member in an online club, although it is not near Batam. But once that club shift to offline, the membership transfer is still really possible. And after all, we are still a big family of Toastmasters. So it is not a big problem, because this is the privilege of Toastmasters. We can meet and network with a lot of people from any club. Although the difference, by being a member of club, we get involved more in that club. That's the major difference. And thank you very much for your interest. And for everyone, thank you very much for attending this session. Really appreciate, really enjoy. And I hope we can empower the youth generation. Although personally, I'm a bit intimidated because from our discussion, it reminds me that I'm not a youth anymore. Although from the Constitution, legally I'm still youth. Youth is stated from 16 until 30 years old. I've read it from UU number 40. I forgot which year, but that's about youth. Okay, and I will like to close this meeting by sound of this call.